Hi everyone, in today's video I want to describe you about my recovery process after surgery on my ACL right knee. I fell from the ladder while working and I got operation in May, so today is my second training and I can't climb bouldering. I'm allowed to climb only with a top rope, so it's not allowed to fall for me. I can't climb bouldering, I can't climb lead normally. And in the first training I did 4 routes: 6A, 6B, 6C plus and 7A plus. I was a little bit pumped on 7A plus and I feel a little bit frustrating that I can't climb normal grades because normally I climb 8B, 8C. At the same time I fully understand that it's pretty good result because I didn't climb only almost for 3 months and it's quite a lot. Actually before operation I also didn't climb for 2 months and in total I didn't climb almost 5 months, half year actually. And now let's switch to my climbing. Let's review all routes which I managed today. When I climbed for the first time it was pretty painful for me to putting on my climbing shoes. Because of my right knee I need to press a lot and I feel some weird feeling inside my knee, but today I was able to put on my shoes without any problems. But the main problem actually, I'm a little bit afraid of using my right leg, and also for example right now you can see right foot is pretty high, so I need to put my left foot from the floor to the wall and only after I'm able to start climbing. Also I'm climbing without climbing chalk. Why? Because it's a little bit harder, so I can increase my endurance a little bit better. If you're a beginner or intermediate climber, don't use the same technique. It's not a really great idea. I use this thing only because for me this route is pretty easy, and also I can't climb really hard routes right now, so I need to figure out how to train properly with some restrictions. Also I'm trying to use my heel hook from time to time. Yeah, I know it's a little bit scary for me and a little bit dangerous, but the doctor told me it's possible for me to use a heel a little bit without a lot of pressure, and I need to connect my muscles and brain, so I shouldn't be afraid of using my right leg. At the same time, when I walking downstairs or walking quite fast, I still feel some pain in my right knee, so I'm trying to be a little bit careful with all of these things. Small break for breathing, and I'm thinking about these giant gray holes. They're gray, not black, and I was curious why they put some gray holes on a black route, especially in this such a big gym. Right now I did some swing. I did it only because I was curious how accurate is my right leg, but it was pretty good actually, so I continued to climb. And now you can see a lot of jugs at the end. It's only 6B, I know it's pretty easy route for warm-up, but anyway, be patient and always do easy routes for warm-up. And for example, if your level climbing is 6C, don't climb 6B for warm-up. It's better to try 5B or 5C. Short feedback. So my right knee is a little bit better than on previous training session, and my ankle is also a little bit better because when I start climbing last time I feel some weird feeling in my ankle, and also my operator told me that I have a smaller biceps than half or 1 year ago, and it's actually a little bit sad, but it's true because I didn't climb and I didn't any general exercises like pull-ups, push-ups and other things. My muscles are getting smaller and I'm getting weaker. Second route for today, green 6C plus. When I edited this video, I realized that at first I thought I did only 4 routes, but in total I did 5, and this one is the second route. You can see I'm climbing a little bit faster because I used to it a little bit, and I'm less afraid of pain right now because in the previous route I feel way better than in previous training session. And also this 60 plus is pretty complicated, so not a lot of jugs, not a lot of good positions, and it's pretty complicated to find a good position for take a rest. Also at some moments holds are pretty big, at some moments holds are pretty small, and you can't take a proper rest on this route. And also, let's be honest, this route is not in my style, so I don't really like this type of lead climbing. But at the same time, for training, if you're 60 climber, 70 climber, this route will be pretty good for you because it's not a lot of good place for take a rest, so you need to climb pretty fast, you need to be confident in your climbing, and even these two green big parallel holes looks pretty jaggy. It's not. It's quite sloppy, and I'm using pinch while grabbing these holes because they're not so nice. In general, it's pretty weird to climb with unclipping the rope from the quick draws, because mostly I do opposite things. I clipping rope into quick draws, so it's a little bit easier for me and for my mind, and I prefer to clipping when I a little bit higher than quick draw, but when you unclip the rope, it's a little bit weird, so it's better to unclip and then climb. So we have some difference in climbing actually. Here, as you can see, I'm unclipping my rope and clipping the rope of my belayer into the quick draw, because it's better for belayer and also better for me, because I will not cut myself with this rope. My operator asked me how does it feel, and it feels a little bit hard, and I climb a little bit faster because I feel a little bit pumper, and also the holds are not so great, and at some moments I got stuck with my feet position because I can't just jump and I can't stand up from my right leg, so I need to put my right legs and left, and only after right. Then I asked my operator what he's thinking about this route and how many falls he will do. He told me on every kick draw and every place, and now we're trying 7C with the purple holes. He did this route quite fast actually. He took a rest in a few places, but in general holes are pretty good, and he didn't struggle a lot. He just did this 7C with the 3 falls. What do you feel? That feels actually pretty easy, and I didn't expect that 7C is such an easy route. But I need to tell you that Kostya is pretty strong guy. He climbed 8 and 8 in boulder weight and element, so he's pretty strong climber, but he almost never climbed with a rope, so he haven't any endurance, but his fingers and body is pretty strong. Here is the third route, purple holes 7C. When I climbed previous route, I spot some cracks moments on the purple to make it a little bit easier, and left hand is pretty good, it's underclink, right hand is also pretty good, and left is pretty nice. Footholds are also quite jaggy. Next, left is okayish, and then starting small cracks. Right grip is really nasty, it's like 6-7 millimeters. Left is even worse, so I'm doing bump on the right volume. Then right foot, it was a little bit hard for me to put some pressure on my right leg. Then some pockets, but actually they're pretty nice. And the second crack move, you need to unclip from the sloper, and then left underclink is not working. Only after when you stand up, left underclink start working. Then I gently switch my feet from left to right. It was a little bit scary for me because I need to generate some pressure on my right knee, but at the same time my right hand is pretty good, left is pretty nice, and at this moment belayer start pulling me for no reason. I ask him what is he doing, and he give me a rope, and then I relax a little bit. Now I need to jump, but not a lot. Left hand is pretty jaggy, and now I struggle a bit because I can't put my right heel on this purple volume, so I'm trying to unclip, and while falling grabbing my right sloper, then left sloper, and the right hand is pretty jaggy again. So I'm grabbing and feel like, okay, I did almost everything, so now I need to just climb. From the top of the green route, I spotted that everything is so jagged at the top, everything is like crimpy and nice, so I just need to climb. Also, I thought a few climbers struggle on this sequence because they're trying to grab footholds instead of handholds, and this is the hardest part. They just miss it better, the right better. But for my experience, it was pretty nice, and the top hold is so jagged, it's really great. Here is Albino told me that I looks like a guys from a boys band from 80s. But I interrupt here and I start speaking with the Costa about this route because for me it feels like maximum 7B plus. It can't be 7C. I was so wondering. It's not possible for me to climb 7C in such an easy mode without 5 months of climbing. And he told me it was pretty easy as well. So he also was wondering, is it 7C or not? But also I need to mention that Kostya never climbed, I guess, 7C with a rope. So now I'm trying 7B. Zhenya did 7A with the black holes and he put a rope. So now I can climb this beautiful yellow line, and this is a connection. You can choose in which direction you want to climb. On the left side it's 7B, on the right side it's 7C or 7C plus, but I can't climb on the right side, so I decided to climb on the left side, 7B, and I didn't climb 7B in 5 months. In previous training session I did only 70 plus, the hardest route which I was able to climb, and today I'm trying 7B, so I climb without t-shirt because I'm expecting that that's gonna be pretty hard for me. This is a crux move. You can't spot this right hand creep because of the big red volume. You can also spot that I'm jumping a lot and doing some weird stuff. It's only because I'm not allowed to use my right leg in a full mode. And even when I put my left foot higher, you can see I'm kind of jumping from left to left. And this is a second crux move. I'm still struggle with my balance because with my right leg I can do a lot of things. I'm trying to use my heel just a little bit, but here's, for example, with a normal right leg I will be able to jump to the left side, but now I'm afraid, so I need to turn back, swap my feet, and only after this unclip the rope and do some climbing again. And actually I did more than 60% of this route. Now I'm swapping my hands. This one is pretty jaggy to comparing with previous holes. Previous were crimpy or a little bit sloppy, and this one like really Inca jag, but you need to swap your hands on this hold. And then you can see like left foot, left hand is pretty good. A lot of giant footholds on the upper part. Right hand underclink, left one a little bit sloppy but pinches, and tiny right foothold, and right hand is pretty jaggy. Here's I got some pain on my right knee because I'm putting a lot of pressure on my right leg because I'm using left toe. Then left hand, right foot, left foot, cross, and top. Top is extremely jaggy as well. So it's pretty nice route, and I think I pumped a little bit even more than on previous route 7C because this one is more complex and contains it, at least it feels like this route contains a little bit more moves than previous. On my halfway down I decided to try this black route from upper part. Why? Because Evgeny tried this route and fell on the upper part a few times, so I decided to try to check it out, and then I will be able to give some feedback how to climb this sequence and where's the best place for rest, because he trying to take a rest on these small crimps and I thought it's not really great, so I thought maybe it will be better to struggle a bit and reach this sloppy ringy hold. And it's actually true because this one is pretty jaggy, so you can be pretty pumped, but if you manage to climb till this part you can take a rest for a few minutes and then you need to do like only 6-8 moves, and that's all. I also trying to use my heel as well, not a lot. You can see I can't even switch my feet normally, so I just jumping. The saddest part that no one from my friends is able to climb 7C plus, so I found a nice girl. I asked her, is she able to climb this 7C plus, and she decided to climb this red route for cooldown. I give her my rope and she did it with one fall on the upper part. I spot her how she climbs this route because I was curious, is it possible to climb 7C plus without using right leg? I'm only using like 30% of my leg actually, and when I put my heel, I trying to avoid any pulling with my leg, so I just put heel and that's all. Here's a right and left a little bit sloppy but kinda okayish. Here I spot that girl reach left hand and jump on the next one, but I wasn't able to jump. I put my left leg and it was a little bit complicated to make this move because left one is sloppy, and when you put your center of gravity a little bit higher, sloppers doesn't work. Here's also really weird feeling because I putting my left heel and trying to sit on my left leg, but it's so uncomfortable and so weird because obviously if you have a healthy knee, you will put your right knee on this hold and it will be way easier to take rest. Left hand is pretty okayish. I unclip the rope, then right is really jaggy. I was surprised why they put such a big hold. Then left a little bit sloppy, but okay. Then I grab left hand. It's super nice, but it was interesting because for the right hand they close this hold, so it's dual texture and it's not possible to grab anything with the right hand. So I put my right foot higher and then I make a cross move. I took a rest and a short brief. I start thinking about upper part because I thought she used the right knee for climbing on the roof, and I was thinking about, am I allowed to do the same or not? So I put my right leg, left heel, then I put right knee, right heel, and also you can see that I didn't pull with my knee. I push only from the left leg. Here's a pretty nice place where can I take a rest and also put my left heel. It's pretty nice because if they said with the right knee, definitely it wasn't possible for me to climb. Here I also struggle a little bit because I can't put a lot of pressure on my right leg, so I trying to be careful with this climbing. And upper part is also pretty nice. I spot that she fell from the second last hold, and this move is pretty nice. Left big move, right is pretty sloppy, and then left foot is super giant, so you can kinda roll over this left foot and then slowly reach second last hold. I grab the crimp on the upper part of this volume and match on the top. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you will enjoy this video, and don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel, write a comment below and put like. It helps to promote my YouTube channel, and also I will try to post even more videos with my trainings because I hope to give you more motivation for training even if you got a really hard injury. And you can see, like, I didn't climb for a long time, but now I am able to climb and I'm slowly starting to climb. So subscribe on my YouTube channel and have a good day. Bye.